Josef Newgarden gave his championship hopes a boost on Saturday by triumphing in a tense qualifying session to claim pole position for tomorrow's race and score a valuable additional point. Newgarden was the only Penske driver in the first group and accordingly used a set of stickered reds, which immediately proved to be overkill when he slashed 0.5s from the lap record, and beat closest rival Alexander Rossi by 0.4s. His pace didn't go unnoticed by his teammates, who accordingly opted to only use the harder compound to progress through the first phase, putting Newgarden one set of stickered reds behind. The championship leader used that second set in Phase 2, all but guaranteeing that he would progress to the Fast 6, albeit with only used tires available once he got there. With less than a minute remaining, it was Helio Castroneves on provisional pole, but Newgarden managed to conjure a 1 meter 15.5505s from his second set of scuffed reds. Job done. Josef Newgarden takes the Adverizon P1 award for the Go Propeted Races on Sonoma IndyCar. https://1i2zh6pic.twitter.com Inc. Synode 9 IndyCar Series at IndyCar September 16, 2017. I was just hoping we could get one of these this year, and today we had our backs against the wall, Newgarden said. We were making the best decision we could. It would have been risky to save a set of reds like the second group did. It's a good start to our weekend. Newgarden admitted that he was concerned about using up his second set of new reds in the second qualifying phase, but said that he couldn't afford to risk being bundled out of the Fast 6. I asked the question that maybe we could do something to get the reds for the Fast 6, and for us it was too risky a play, he said. So we were going to have to take our Medicaid. We made our bed in the first round. That second set of reds was just money, it was that good. We've checked one thing off this weekend, but we've still got a big one to check off tomorrow. Qualifying is one thing, winning the race is a whole other deal. Will Power bounced up to second, but conceded that he had no answer to Newgarden. That was everything I had, he said. Josef did a very solid lap on used reds. That was a lot of fun, all four of us going for it. Now we've got to think about bringing the championship to the captain. That's the most important thing. Reigning champion Simon Pagenaud will attempt to defend his title from third on the grid, the Frenchman ruining a mistake at turn 6 on what would have been his best lap, while Helio Castroneves completed Penske's sweep of the top 4 places on the grid. Takuma Sato will start from 5th after edging out Scott Dixon, whose afternoon seemed to be a perpetual struggle to ensure progression to the next round. Not sure if it was just ambience this afternoon. The balance was quite good, we just didn't have the grip, he said. Luckily we were able to find a little more in Q2, and then the last one we made a pretty big mistake in turn 3. Best of the rest, the Penske group are fast here and at what we expect, but the race is going to be pretty interesting, I think. Hopefully strategy might be our advantage. Our car is usually pretty good on the long runs. We'll have to see what our options are tomorrow. We're not on the front couple of rows, but we're in a decent position, and we can definitely do something from there. Although Sato was the only Andretti Autosport representative in the Fast 6, the team's solid early weekend pace was reflected in the fact that 2 of their cars nearly knocked Dixon out of the Fast 6. Ryan Hunter ultimately ended up in P7, just ahead of Alexander Rossi. We struggled this morning with braking issues and I think we resolved 90% of it, Rossi said. It's a little disappointing, there was a 10th to transfer into the top 6, but even with a perfect qualifying we'd only have been 5th of 6th. Graham Rahal and Sebastian Bourdais will line up just behind him, with Marco Andretti and Tony Kanaan completing the top 10.